I hope you can understand me. My accent is German, certainly. I learned English in school, not so much, but then I learned outside of Germany. I learned English, but my nephews, they always make a joke of me how my accent is. And during my work time in America, when I went to the south of the United States, always the people there, they were very amazed about my accent because it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And in a supermarket where I always shopped in the evening, there was one older lady. When I went there in the evening to buy some grocery, she always said, please say it. And then I said, okay, I'll be back. And then she was always amazed about it. So I hope you can understand me. I know your accent sometimes I can also not understand, especially if you speak fast, but I will do my best for good explanation. So we will start with the presentation of our company. Our company is a family company. We are in the third generation. My grandfather, Alfred Zoller, started our company in 1945. My father did an apprenticeship program in his father's company, and he started working there in 1968. And then myself, I started getting paid for work in 1994. Before it was child labor. I always had to work. We were a small company. My father always busy, so my mother always dropped me off in our workshop, and then I was gone. And my grandfather showed me already when I was 4 or 5 years old how to clean machines, how to clean the floor from the chips. And so I was always involved in our company. And so I studied machine engineering at the University of Stuttgart, and then I started in 1994 working in our company. And my brother Alexander joined our company in 2002, and today we both together manage our business, our Zoller family. We always say we are in Germany, and then we have 23 countries which we are supporting with our own companies directly. So we have many tasks to handle. Certainly for us important is always to focus on our customers, and our customers they benefit from the Zoller technology. We have certainly, if you look in a production company, there's much investment in the building, in the machines, in the running of the machines, and our product is usually a very small investment compared to the total investment for running a manufacturing business, but it's a very key technology because no machine runs without cutting tools, and cutting tools have to be available on time in the correct configuration with the right geometry that very high-level machines can operate well. And our company, we made our name because we made machines which run a long time with a high precision, and it gives a big benefit for our customers. And for this we could build our brand, our name, starting in the 60s with the first presetter my grandfather built until today, where we added more products around the tool management. And so our customer feedback is here certainly very important. We have in our Smart Factory just a new addition. We just got early this year a presetter bag which we built in 1977, and the customer used it until March this year. It was working, and he replaced it with a new Zoller presetter. So this shows a machine nearly 46 years in use at a customer in Germany, and operated, and we can still plug in and can operate it in our entrance area of our Smart Factory. So this is our key. So for the Zoller company, we have our main building in Bleinsheim, Germany. Initially we are from Ludwigsburg. Ludwigsburg is just from Bleinsheim, maybe 10 minutes away. This is the home of our company. This is the main building you are seeing here. And our solutions are for cutting tools. So the picture you see, cutting tools have to be provided to the machines, and Certainly as a machinist, as a production planner, you are interested to have the tools available and place them in the machine. But before that, they have to be configured, they have to be made available, and around the cutting tool, this is our technology. Yeah, we have a range which is for us important. Certainly is our worldwide setup which we have built over the years. When I started in our company, we had a very bad situation in Germany because in the early 90s, there was also a situation where at that time the Soviet Union collapsed, and somehow this caused a big issue in Germany for the machine building industry. At that time also companies like Deckel, Marburg, Ingemeister, big machine factories in Germany got in trouble and they had to be merged to one company. DMG also for our company, we had at that time, before that, about 60 to 80 machines every month, which we completely, every part we manufactured in our company and assembled and shipped out. And then in 1992, this all dropped to 5, 6, 7 orders a month. It was a really very bad time over a longer period, and to go through that, my father certainly made good decisions how we go through that. And when I started, I was the first member who was able to start again in our company in October 1994. I was number 65 starting, and our goal at that time was clearly that to avoid such situation in the future, because we had at that time about 80-90% of our business in Germany, so with German companies, and only 10% export. And my father and me, we always talk about our business, our way how we do things, so it's not really a business for us, it's our hobby, we often say. We are fully engaged in that, and we said, okay, we need to explore our business around the world more deeper. And after a startup period for myself, I did ISO 9001 certification and some other organizational things in our company, we started to set up our companies outside of Germany, and we could do that because my father, he worked until 76, I think. He's now 82, or he will turn 82, but we could really focus on exploring more markets around the world, and now we have 23 companies around the world. We are in 62 countries with agents, distributors available. We have 85 locations where we provide service and support. And with this, we turned basically the picture. Today we have about 90% export from Germany and only 10% business in Germany for our company. So for this, and combined with the application that we extended our product range from very standard tool presenters up to fully automatic tool inspection machines with 7, 8 axis CNC controlled. We have a broad range, and so for this we can cover a big market to measure any type of cutting tool, manage cutting tools, and this gives us in the following years always the assurance that we go through crisis. I don't want to say smoothly, but much more easier as it was in the early 90s. Like we had in that time a crisis early 2000, we had the financial crisis, we had now the Corona crisis. So there are things which, with this setup, we could manage our company well from getting orders around the world. So this was a big thing. And then we talk about smart factory solutions, and for this we offer the related products which are required to prepare cutting tools. Yeah. First of all, certainly our ZOLLER tool present measuring machines, our tool management system, our inspection machines, our automation solution, which we explain later, our heat shrink technology, our ID chip technology, tool balancing added new, and with this we talk about a range of products which we are offering around the cutting tool preparation. So today we have projects, not so much in Germany, because in Germany we unfortunately lose manufacturing at the moment. Companies are moving out of Germany, but in other countries are new factories built, and then there's a requirement for a complete new tool management system that we can provide everything from the software, the tool management hardware, how to store the cutting tools, then the tool presetting, the heat shrink, tool balancing, and then also certainly the data communication to the machines. That's our solution which we can provide from one source to our customers. In our history, I already explained a little bit. You see also a picture of my grandfather. Actually today, 18th of May, is the birthday of my grandfather. So if he would be still alive, he would turn 117 today. So my grandfather certainly is I don't want to say a genius, but he was working as a mechanical engineer in an aircraft company before the Second World War and during the Second World War. And then when the war was over, in 1st of September 1945, he started his own company. And this is a repair shop, because at that time in Germany things were mainly destroyed. And we are with our location Ludwigsburg outside of Stuttgart. And then there in Stuttgart there are many industrial companies which were damaged at that time. So Mercedes, Bosch, Siemens, machine companies in Ludwigsburg and Heilbronn got a big damage during the war. And then my grandfather, he repaired machines, but not only machines, he also repaired anything for butcher, bakery, household equipment, even toys. So if you would visit our company in Germany, we have a nice model there. My grandfather, he built in 1947 some small model houses for my grandfather, for my father's Christmas present at that time. So we built also a railway, so to make a model landscape and a railway he built by himself. We still have it, and I was a child, I played with it. And recently we set it up also in our smart factory. And then when the business was starting in Germany again, end of the 40s, beginning the 50s, our company, we worked mainly with a company in close to Heilbronn. Maybe you heard of that. It's like Ludwigsburg, Stuttgart, Ludwigsburg, Heilbronn. It's in our area, the big cities. There's the turning machine company Weiser turning machines. They produce machines for mass production for Bosch, for Mercedes. And then they got at that time already, okay, one machine, make one part, and for this the cutting tools have to be provided, a fixture, and we as Zoller, we produced for Weiser the cutting tools, and for every part also a gauge to set up the cutting tools. So a mechanical gauge to align the tools, again a mechanical gauge to set the tools up correctly, that the tools produce the part right. And then my grandfather had the idea, okay, producing every time these plates to high accuracy was quite difficult at that time, and then he had the idea for making the tools adjustable and then also measure them before they are going to the machine. So this was his invention at that time, to provide to the company Weiser not anymore these fixtures, which also get sometimes in provide a fixture, you get a complaint, then make it again or make it more accurate or change it. Then with this type of cutting tools which are adjustable and the tool presetter, we could solve this situation, and with this we started our product range, tool presetter. And then it was found, okay, this is not only beneficial for the company Weiser, this is also beneficial for other companies or other tool makers. And then in the early 60s, we came out with the product tool presetter, and this was the start for our company at that time. And then certainly over the time, in the end of the 60s, early 70s, the steam taper was developed, so the quick change system for machining centers. And yeah, as many maybe who are longer in this business, they know when the CNC machine technology came out, there was a CNC machine, and then there was a stand with cutting tools, and the machine was running, and when the tool was finished, it was stopping, and the operator went there, take the tool out, take the next tool and put it in the machine. And this was the start for CNC machines. Then people came and said, well, do this automatically. So then they invented the automatic tool changer, because this was not at the beginning right available at CNC machines. At the beginning an operator did it. And then companies said, oh, why do I need a tool changer? I have a man standing in front of it who can do it. But we all know today the tool changer became a standard, And when the tool changer came, also the tools have to be really prepared because the operator is not anymore available. When the tool goes in the machine, it should be measured and prepared. And this was then for our product range, tool presetter, a step to be more required in the industry because of the automatic tool changer. You should have a tool presetter available also. This is the history why our product got into the manufacturing. If there's no reason in manufacturing, you will not do it. So that's why the tool presetter was there. Then our company, we went from Ludwigsburg to Freiberg. We invented the tool division system in the early 90s. This was certainly a big step for us. My father had the idea, I still remember when I was still in school, then I was in our company. One time I went to the basement and there was a guy, I don't know if you know Cat Wiesel, I think is somebody from the UK. It's a television show I like to watch as a child, but he had long hair, white hair, and there was a guy who looked like Cat Wiesel. He was sitting in front of our tool presetter and he put a camera and the light source on it with some hinges. And my father said, this is the future. In the future we measure the cutting tool automatic, not anymore with a profile projector, we measure with a camera. And this was in 85. It took another time until 1991, 1992, until we introduced the first vision tool presetter to measure cutting tool automatically. And this can be seen also in the range of our product, of the numbers of products sold. Because with the vision system, the measurement was more user independent, the machines were more simpler, the cost got down, more companies could afford an automatic tool presetter, and this was for us a big development. Then over the years, we developed machines and technology. We moved from Freiberg to Bleinsheim in 2008. We had 2020 in the Corona time, we had the 75th anniversary of our company. We extended our building. In 2022 we introduced new products, and with that we have a history. Soon it will be 80 years in the market. Here you see a picture of our company in Bleinsheim. We have our main building, we call it corporate headquarters. There's our purchasing department, marketing, sales, service. We have our receiving area there, our stock and logistic area where we prepare the parts for production. And then we extended our building in the backside towards the south quite extensively because of the additional products. And for us it was really a good thing that at the same location we could have a big expansion. I traveled a lot, I see always manufacturing companies, and what I always hear is the space. Space is the most requirement. If the space is not there, then always things cannot really grow. So I knew that, so for this we built a big location. It's actually already full again after a short time, but anyways, we have space to optimize. And then a dream of us was our smart factory that I show you later also in a video. This is for us a place where we have a setup with CNC machines with our product, and we can show how an effective workflow, starting with software, preparation of cutting tools, set up the tools in the machine and produce a part that we can show the complete workflow for milling, turning, and for our tool inspection for the tool grinding application. And then we have the meeting rooms. So our smart factory is really a very good place for us. We were happy that we had the idea for this and also invested in this building. Yeah. So we have there in Germany about 400, this is a bit not up to date, about 450 employees, so worldwide about 850 members. We have our smart factory, which I already introduced, and then we have in our workshop a quite effective setup available how we produce our machines. For example, our smile machine, we have invented the smile in 2000. It came from the earlier product called Bravo. The earlier product, maybe if you know Zoller a little bit longer, Bravo is a standard trip resetter with profile projector, hand wheels, and a digital reader or PC, and it was successfully sold in the 90s. And then this vision system we developed, we thought, okay, we should have a vision system available for manual trip resetter. And then we came out with the Smile machine in the year 2000, and this was a big revolution because we were the first company in the market having a standard trip resetter with vision system available, and this under, at that time, 20,000 Deutschmark, and it was really a revolution in that range. And the Smile machine was for us then over the years, I think this is the version number 5 already, because of our expansion in Asia, where we have markets where companies buy the first time a trip resetter. If I see names here from big companies, also in Germany, Mercedes, they have 6th generation of Zoller resetter already. The people there, the organization are used to use trip resetter. They are sophisticated. It's always the next generation presetter. More requirements were there, like what is written here on the wall is exactly what is in our daily life, because customers have the requirement, and then we have to improve our product for the next generation. So we have to implement new features or change features, and to make it better and make it more functional, more usable for customers. And this is always our benefit in our company, that we are always close to the customers and can get the inquiry and develop it further. So for this, also the Smile machine was for us always extended with the functions, because at the beginning it was just one model, one configuration, and today it has many options, because in many countries some customers, they buy the first trip resetter and they want a Zoller because the name is known, they know the quality, and even if like a Bosch or some other companies in that country, they request them to say, okay, you need this type of machine, you need this type of machine or equipment, and then also often the Zoller machine is one part of the list, and there we could provide options which we in the past had only on high-level machines for higher investment available for lower range. So for this we could, with the Smile machine, enter in many markets where customers the first time buy a Zoller preset. Yeah, and those machines we produce in Germany quite effective, and same like in the UK, also in Germany, price, everything goes up. So we have to be always more effective. So our goal is always to say, okay, we are Germans, so we produce in Germany, we have not the capacity to do this somewhere else. So we have to do it more effectively, and like our Smile machine, in the past we had one way to produce it. We needed about between 18 to 25 hours to make one machine, and over the time we always optimized, see how we do it. That's why we also re-engineered, reinvented the machine to make it from the assembly more faster, and today we are with the Smile machine under 9 hours in the production time achieved. So for us, this is our way to get more productive, to get with the same number of people more out of it, and can stay with this in Germany and use also suppliers from Germany. So this is our drive in our business, in our company. Yeah. Then we have certainly also sustainability is a big thing. We changed all our power requirements to be, what's the name in English, I don't know, but sustainable, like it comes from water, it comes from wind, it comes from sun. Some part we produce by ourselves, and most part we certainly have to buy, but we changed everything to be like a green power in our company. We also, you see the picture, we have a river right next to us, and so we have a nature area. We also have a small airport, you see on the left top side, so in case your company has an airplane, you can land there and discuss. So that's our location. We have a garden built, and we have in our parking construction, we have also e-power stations. Our our city was always happy because they offer 2 stations, we have 30 stations, so if somebody needs to charge the car, they can come to us. Yeah, milestone 2022, which we introduce later a little bit more in detail, is our PowerShell machine series. Certainly you are in the industry, you know where we are coming from and where other companies are involved. For us it was a requirement that we can stay independent as a company. That's why we decided in 2017 to develop this technology by ourselves. In 2022, September, we were able to present it to the market, and we think we have done quite a good job for that. We will present it to you in detail a little bit later. We also introduced our ID chip technology with ZOLLER tooling, and we introduced the ZOLLER tool balancer, which is also a product which we over the years always provided as an OEM product, and now it's our own ZOLLER made tool balancer. And then the automation solution, which is for us important to automate processes, to make it more effective. Certainly cutting tools have such a big variety, it's quite a complex task in general, but I think we have a good concept for it, and we will introduce it to you also today and how we will do it. Our market position today, certainly we started counting in 1970 when we had about 250 serial numbers on our list, and then over the years we could quite extend our range, and you see in 1992 we introduced the vision system, so within 10 years we could nearly double the amount of machines, same like in the next 10 years, and also in the following years we could increase the number of machines which are in the market, mainly because certainly the technology got much more less expensive or less investment. Even it's a small investment compared, like I said, in a complete manufacturing environment, but at the end still somebody has to buy it and to look what is the cost involved. And like I introduced to you, where we got back this presetter from 1977, if I look how much Deutschmark we got in 1977 for that presetter, and then the new machine the customer bought in 2023, certainly as a financial, if somebody only has the numbers in mind, he can start crying, because you see the functionality, you see the machine, and how much he paid at that time and how much he pays today for a machine. It's a big drop in increase in technology and a big drop in price. And for this, certainly more companies can afford this product, and for this also the numbers increased. Then we are certainly proud of ourselves because, like I said, I started as member number 65, and our products were made in Germany, our customers made in Germany, and my grandfather, Alfred Zoller, I remember he always said about China, the yellow danger, this is a dangerous country, he always said. Certainly I never traveled also as a young, because if I see young generation today, they travel already at a young age everywhere in the world. I never traveled. I think first time flight I was 24 or something, because when I was young, my father always had to work, and when we went on vacation, we only could go so far away that he could drive back if there's an emergency. So this was our thing, so I never really see much. But then, I was also interested in, and for our company I traveled to America, and there we have our biggest outside of Germany company with over 130 members in Ann Arbor, Michigan, close to Detroit. We also built our own building there. We are very proud of it, and in Canada, United States, Mexico, we have really a very good market share. It's for us a big market for us. And then in 2004, we had no employee in Asia, so I went to China, because in 2003 I was there 1 week, and actually in 2003 I wanted to go back to Germany, and my father go in retirement, and I will take over the company, but then I was 1 week in China, and I told him we cannot miss that. We have to open their company also, so I moved to Shanghai, and started there from nothing. And also in China today we have yearly we can sell there 400 to 500 machines, and all made in Germany and shipped to China. That we are very proud of it, and we really have covered that market where companies, they want Zoller, they want to drive a Mercedes or BMW, and they want to have a Zoller reseller. This goes in the same range. And there we also have our own building now, and are very proud of it. And then in Japan, we also built our own building in 2018. This market is not so big, but also there we sold like 10, 15 machines a year. Then in 2009, in the financial crisis, I opened there our own company because Japan I like as a country, because it's similar to Germany. Small companies, high technology, interested in improving the productivity, clean everything in detail. So I thought this can be a bigger market for us, and we increased there also our market, where we today sell about 100 to 150 machines a year to Japan. And for us certainly also important, because from Japan many important machine builders are there, like Matsak, Makino, Moriseiki. So there's much technology coming from that area, and we could introduce to those companies that a tool reseller is a good thing, because many years ago they said, tool reseller we don't need, we don't worry about, but they also understand in the meantime that the tool reseller is a good important product. So, and in our next goal with our own building is in India, because India is certainly also a huge country and a big potential, big own market. And I spent many years there always continuously traveling there, building up our team and in our market, where we have today also a very good market share there. And this is certainly also a very potential country. And that's about it. And certainly we invite you to visit come to Germany. Like there's the AMB show every 2 years in Stuttgart, and from there to our company is 45 minutes, so it's not far. We can show there our company. So now what I would like to show next is our Smart Factory. Initially we wanted to make a live presentation, but as I said, today is a vacation day in Germany, so everything is closed, so I asked a member to make a video. So this is our reception area there, where we welcome our customers, and then we come into the entrance area. There we have some pictures from my father, my brother, myself, my grandfather. We have our first company sign there from 1945. We have this model from the houses there, and here we have this presetters, this machine from 1977, which we just got back, and this is our second machine we built from 1962. And then we have an overview about our history, where we started and how we developed our company, and startup information. And then we enter into our Smart Factory. We have certainly a picture how we see the manufacturing today with the machines, with the central tool crib, with our presetters, with the stock, with the software to manage the cutting tools. And then we have here immediately a setup how we see today mainly a presetting area with a stock management, because with smart cabinets everything is light controlled. In the software, operator can access tools much quicker, assemble, go to the presetter, and then in the first section here we have our milling department, and there we start from the CAM programming or the stock taking, the presetting, and then the CNC machines. And we have here also already installed our automation solution to then start when the tools are prepared to measure them automatically and bring them to the machine. And here in this section, this is the CAM operating station where we start the process. Then we have here the stock area with our ZOLLER Smart cabinets, where we explain in detail how this works. And then we have here the tool presetter, which in this case is operated automatically. So the idea is an operator assemble the tool, checking the tool management, how the tool has to be configured, put them in the tool cart, and then from that tool car the robot takes the tools, put them in the preset or measure them, and so he doesn't have to do this by himself, so he can save some time. Yeah, and then we have Chiron FZ16 machine there, where we produce some parts, and we have here also a station where this automation system can deliver the tools automatically to the tool changer area, where we have also set up for the ZOLLER UK Technology to show how we scan the QR code to load the tool offsets automatically. So in this section we often have visitors spend the whole day there to go step by step through the processes, what is required, and then at the end use the tools to produce a simple part. In this case a complex part. We have here our ZOLLER elephant technology. And then in the next area we have the same for the turning. In the turning area we see still a big development which is possible because there are often tool management and tool presetting and tool data communication to turning machines is not so well developed yet. Here we have an IMCO turning machine, a standard one, 2-spindle, 1 revolver with 12 stations, and also connected certainly with the ZOLLER UK technology. And we can show there also from the CAM programming how a turning tool is built in 3D in the tool management and how is it used in the CAM, and then commissioned and then preset in the ZOLLER Hyperion type machines. So also here in that section we have more customers coming regularly, and we have here solid CAM, and we have recently also set up a complete S3 installation to show the complete process. And then the third section is the tool grinding area. There we are showing also how grinding wheels are managed, like for companies who produce cutting tools. Grinding wheel is a very costly part, and there we have used our smart cabinets that we can manage grinding wheels with the single components and assembly, and then use our tool presetter for qualification of the grinding wheel, our tool balancer to balance the grinding wheel, and then we have an Anker, a simple Anker machine there, then to produce a tool and to qualify the tool with our interface. So here in this section for the tool grinding application, we can show you there the complete process from programming a cutting tool, certainly in a programming software from the grinding machine maker, and then preparing grinding wheels, preparing the blanks, and doing the first measurement and do a complete measurement. And there we also have our ZOLLER tool balancer, but there we will give you later today also a more detailed presentation for that machine. Upper stock area, and so the important part not only for grinding wheel preparation, also for cutting tools which are used in CNC machines. And then here is our Anker grinding machine. We have our BOM series machines. BOM is a process-oriented measurement where the operator can quickly go and take measurements very fast. Also in an automatic way, our vision system support the measurement. We use it also for wear measurement. Some companies is used in that application. And then on the other side we have here our Genius machine series, our refocus machine, another basic micro for small tools, so our light tube, which you see here. Our refocus, we are very proud of. We can measure also the roughness of the cutting tools, so the condition of the surface after production. And then image of our Genius machine. And you see always a camera there because our showroom is an online showroom, so even if you don't have to travel to Germany, we could give your company also an online presentation from our smart factory, and you can show in detail what you would like to see for your application. Then we have also our robot here, our RoboSet 2, where we can provide cutting tools automatically in the tool inspection machine. We have a very sophisticated cell developed. It can come just to place cutting tools in the machine, or you can wash the tools, then measure. After, if it's a good tool, we can do laser marking and then place them back into the pallet. Then in another section of our smart factory, we have special machines like our hob check. We measure also gear hobs in a different type of conditions. This is also a good example for Zoller. We got an inquiry in 2010, I think, and then we developed this technology for us to measure gear hobs. And then people said, oh, Zoller, what do you want? There's Klingenberg and Wert and others, you cannot provide such an inspection machine. But we pushed, and today we have very good market for that, especially because of the automation. The gears which are in robots need different type of gear hobs, and to measure these profiles is our machine much more easier than on the other type of machines. Then we have here some our power shrink, or sort of tooling with ID chip technology on display. This machine we will show in the next session, also here live view. We are also proud of the setup of that machine with related accessories which are displayed here. So in this section we have basically all different types of machines available where we can do a live presentation like you can get here at ZOLLER UK, or also online from our smart factory in Leinsheim. We have also a good model of a CNC machine because our machines have Siemens controls. Here we have a Heidenheim control, so we can show for different type of controls. Also fun control we have there loaded to show the tool data communication in different type of applications. And then here different machines, different smile machines which we have here, same like here in this showroom, where we can give also training to our customers or to our members by ourselves. Smile Basic series, this is our most standard representer. Smile Basic is a standard edition system. Smile Compact, Smile Advanced, where you can get customers to start with a representing. Here we have our Relematic 400. Here we have our Relematic 600 machine on display. With the Zoller induction coil. In our smart factory we have, certainly during Corona time when we opened it, we had not many visitors. Mostly were online presentation, but now visitors start again, and we have now daily visitors. We also have events there regularly. It's really a very good place, and all our customers who are coming are really enjoying this place where we can really focus on all applications. We spend a lot of effort to show all different types of setup. Now we go upstairs in our smart factory. So we have stairs in the front, stairs in the back. Same like here. Emergency exit here, emergency exit here. Same in our company. This fire setup is the same, but we can go up there, and there we have a long hallway. We have our Z1 database there. We have innovation room Alfred Zoller, where we often sit with customers after a seminar and discuss how a project could be developed in a company. We have here built a nice garden to also sit and relax. And And here is our ZOLLER Academy. We have members in our company who are responsible for education of our own employees, so that we always bring them up to new levels. This we manage by ourselves. Then we have a bigger meeting room where we can seat up to 110 people, do presentations and events. Then we have our application team there. We have training rooms with PCs where we can do training for our customers, for our software, and for internal our members to train our ERP software or our documentation management software, which is they are always regularly used. Here, quick view in our kitchen, always important. Have a coffee, have a drink, and we are well equipped with that. We have a break area, and here we have a big screen. This is our foyer, and we have a model of our company. Sometimes you have customers that have not so much time that we can explain it here in the model where we have the different sections, and usually we have a company tour and show all areas in detail. And then here we have our pictures of our buildings outside of Germany, which I already explained. Then this is the front stair, then we are already back in the front. So these are a small quick tour that you have an impression about our smart factory, our presentation area which we have available here in Germany. And when you leave, then usually I invested, because I like to work in the garden, and I see in our garden many bees always, and I saw that these bees are from the competition from somewhere else. So I bought my own bees. I have now 30,000 bees, and we produce our own honey. So we have now for all our customers who are coming our own honey as a present. Yeah. Okay, I think this is just.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we'll leave this playing. I think what we'll do now, that was fantastic. So I'm sure you'll all agree to take a dive deeper into the history of Zoller, and certainly hear some of the stories like the bees and that from your grandfather. I think we'll have a short coffee break now, stretch the legs, resume probably in about 15 minutes time for the next talks of the morning, where we'll be having a live demonstration from Christoph of the power shrink, and also take a look at the tool balancer, and then we'll break for lunch. So if we resume in about 15 minutes time, that'd be great. Thank you very much.